2, 1. And we're live. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Joyous Kingdom. In today's Brutally Honest review, we're going to be covering local weather NFT. This is AJ Vaynerchuk, Gary V's brother. This is his NFT project. It's an energy drink, or sorry, it's a hydration drink product mixed with an NFT project. So it's going to be a really interesting. Oh, Jesus, sorry. So it's going to be a really interesting project. It's minting right now, like literally right now as I'm filming this, it is minting. That's why I'm live right now covering this and not recording a video. It's live right now. It's at the same price as mint price right now on OpenSea. That's a huge reason I'm covering this right now. So in this video, we're going to talk about whether or not it's a good idea to buy into this project. Maybe it's just, is it like a terrible idea because he's an influencer type person, because he's brothers with Gary Vee, or just a great business decision because AJ has so much experience in the business world. We're going to get into it. I hope you're excited to talk about it. If you are, like this video, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom. If you're not already following me on Twitter, if you're not already in my Discord down below in the description, you're only hurting yourself, fam. As you know, the goal of this channel is to instill the knowledge and confidence going to take to navigate this metaverse on your own day. So that sounds good to you. Let's get it. I feel like I maybe said that twice just now. Did I say that twice? I can't remember. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so just so you guys are aware, I'm going to pull up OpenSea in a second. This is Local Weather's Instagram page here. Just wanted to show you just what kind of like the branding, the logo is. It does kind of remind me of like Gary V's, like the cartoony. I don't know. It reminds me of that. Maybe it's just because I know it's Gary V's brother. But here's just an example of what the drink looks like. Very high quality. Looks like 35 calories. They're basically trying to bring a Gatorade that isn't filled with sugars and stuff. Now, it's just the only product in the market that's like this. Absolutely fucking not. Logan Paul already came out with one a few months ago called Prime Energy or Prime Hydration. And so this isn't like a super new concept, but what they're really trying to hit on is the mind to body hydration. This is like their big thing. This is why it's called local weather. We're going to talk about why exactly later, or like a little bit more in depth, but essentially they're basically trying to tie together the mind part of it as much as the body part of hydration, because everyone who drinks Gatorade, the way they market it is for like high stellar athletes, like really big athletes, right? And most people aren't athletes. In fact, 16% of people don't, or 16% of people identify as athletes. Everybody else doesn't. And so what they're trying to say is hydration is important for everybody. And that's kind of what they're going for here. So here's their OpenSea page, 0.11 floor. It's actually below mint price now. I believe mint was 0.14. And so, this is what happens when volume kind of dries up. People start to panic, and then they start to list under the floor. So these guys are already down. Now, here's a big problem, right? They just dropped a collection of 18,888. Gary Vee can do this because he's Gary Vee. Nobody else can drop a project with 18,000 supply in a market like this with the volume we're seeing. OpenSea is at all-time lows for especially volume, right? So it's not a surprise to me that the volume is down. That makes total sense to me. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but volume in the market, NFT project with way too much supply, that makes total sense to me. Floor price dropping makes sense to me. Now, should you buy into this project? It's below mint. You're buying at a discount. Is it a good idea? Here's what the cover art looks like. Here's Local Weather's Twitter page, 118,000 followers. And one thing I put out a tweet about this earlier, and I said, look, this is Gary V's brother. One, he's got that connection, right? Two, he's worked with Gary, like he works with him. Like at Vayner, like we're gonna get into like what he does exactly, but he works with him. He's very capable and competent as a business owner and stuff like that. So when I invest in projects, I always look at the people on the team. Are they competent? And then I look, do they have either a product or are they solving a problem? And then I look at the branding, right? Those are the three main things I look at. And so the Local Weather, I think they do a great job with the branding. I think they could do even more talking about like the mental health aspect and like the mental part of hydrating, like your mind. I think they could even tap more into that. They do talk about that a lot, but I think that should just be over the top, like talking about that. They do a great job though, in my opinion. So let's go to their website. Let's see what they got to say. Total supply, 18,888, cost 0.1495 ETH. Allow-less minting May 31st, public minting June 1st. Also, if you saw this, I don't think all 18,000 have sold yet. There's only 1.3 thousand items. And today's June 1st, so I think it is the public mint. I believe it's public mint, so I think anyone can mint this right now. But if you mint it, you're paying more than OpenSea, so it makes no sense to mint it, which is a problem when you've only sold 1,000 out of 18,000, mainly because they probably planned everything in accordance with them selling at 18,000. They probably bought things prior. They probably secured deals thinking they're going to mint 18,000. Now, I don't know if they had money beforehand. That's going to be a question that we'll have to see answered later on, probably in a Twitter space. I know they have a Twitter space going. I think right now, actually. So I'm not sure exactly what they're talking about. I think it's just a minting one. A lot of projects do that when they're minting. They'll go live and kind of talk about just the really stuff. So as they should. Anyways, we're centered around utility and community. The local weather unit, the local weather NFT is the utility-based PAP that will serve as your membership to the local weather exclusive community. Each unique NFT will hold the power to open rare experiences, acts, and perks solely for the local weather holders. Super Bowl winning quarterback Russell Wilson, NFT leader AJ Vaynerchuk, and HNS Labs are building a community-first, utility-rich NFT with you at the forefront. I'm not sure what NFT. I don't know if he's been on a lot of different NFT projects. I don't know what qualifies him as an NFT leader. Get ready to kick off. Unlock your potential. Opportunities for private Zoom sessions with Russell, AJ, and other surprise guests. Your collection, your voice, voting rights on future flavors, merch, charitable give back programs, and more. 3, exclusive community events. The family is global, but the party is local. We will be giving holders access to in-person and virtual events. Private Discord family holders get access to private Discord channels where we will hold giveaways and share alpha. Take cover. Here we come. First case is yours. Each NFT holder will be the first in the world to receive a free case of local weather performance drinks, including the 4 core flavors plus a limited edition 5th flavor, shipping in the United States only. That's huge, by the way. I don't know if that means free shipping in the United States or if it means like literally you're only going to get it if you're in the United States. So that could be a big problem. There's a lot of people international. Unbox your perks. Local weather boxes will contain access codes to unlock additional perks. One box will create a rare one-of-one golden ticket. Interesting to see what that leads to. Get ready for the game time. Holders will be able to enter raffles for tickets and access to exclusive experiences at Russell Wilson's and other athletes' games. Russell and Friends Collectibles. Holders will have an opportunity to win a rare signed Russell Wilson. I don't know why I can't say that. Another awesome Friends merch and memorabilia. So what is local weather? It's a mind and body hydration beverage. It's a sports drink created for today's version of performance. Everything in traditional sports drink categories felt outdated to us. Basically, they're just saying it's only for like professional athletes. I mean, you guys know the Gatorade ads. It's literally Cristiano Ronaldo or something, or some crazy athlete. Now, I never really looked at that and like got offended or something that it was like such targeted toward that, but I guess you really only do drink Gatorades if you're like working out or like going to a game or something like that. So I guess it does make sense. We started local weather because we wanted healthier drinks that could benefit our kind of movement and performance like our minds. We find that there are a lot of ingredients out there that can help both physical and mental performance. So there are ways to make this category more sustainable, aluminum, and more accessible. So here we come. Actual humans using humans and bodies in actual ways, evolving the performance drinks category into the 21st century. Why local weather? Well, we dove into the making of this drink a reality. They couldn't help but notice that we utilized weather to talk about our problems that we were trying to solve. Our brains feeling cloudy or wanting lightning fast to our skates. I'm gonna be honest. This feels like this feels like you're just grabbing for something. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay. And it occurred to us that we have a personal weather, but we can change it. We love the idea of being able to fix the local weather, and we love the notion as a universal icebreaker. No matter who you are, where you are, you can always start with how's the local weather where you're at. That's actually kind of funny. Actually, I do. I like that. What do we mean by all kinds of movements? Yeah, I mean, basically what we talked about. Not everyone's an athlete. Not everyone cares to be an athlete. Not a lot of people want to be. There's a lot of creatives out there. There's a lot of artists out there, painters who have no interest in sports whatsoever. Now, how does the product meet this? Firstly, even slight dehydration has significant effects on mind function. I agree with this. If I'm even a tiny bit like thirsty, I can feel like my brain dry up. I swear to God. And your brain is 97% water. So when you're dehydrated, your brain feels like shit. So I agree with that. Brain fog. Yeah, shit, brain fog. Weather. Okay, I get it. All right, so we've more electrolytes than leading. I'm not sure what that means. That's a typo, I guess. So we've more electrolytes than leading sports drinks. I think they meant to say we've got more. And that's from all natural organic sources, just coconut water and pink Himalayan sea salt. Our other electrolytes are derived from potassium and magnesium, which helps support muscle and nerve function. Secondly, we want to help the mind performance as well, which applies to everyone. Even if you're playing sports, obviously, if you're head in the game, they wanted to include things like nootropics, which I love. That's a great idea, actually. If you guys have ever had like lion's mane or something like that, lion's mane is a nootropic, and it's like a pill you take. It's kind of like a mind booster. It's like make you think better and stuff like that. So I think it's great. If they have the right nootropics, at least support mental stamina, function, performance. It includes ashwagandha, L-theanine, an amino acid from green tea minus the caffeine, L-tyrosine. I suck. An amino acid found in natural sources like bananas, avocados, pumpkin seeds, and others. Notably, these ingredients do not contain caffeine, so no jitters. That's good. I like that. We work closely with sports nutrition expert Angie Ash, MSRD CSSD, to ensure proper mind and body hydration. This is what you're going to get when you're working with very high level people like AJ and Russell. They've got access to a lot of good people. So that's what you do get when you go with a person who is a business owner with a lot of connections, or a sports athlete like Russell. This product is organic and non-GMO. And lastly, we are sustainable, and that's why they're going to be using aluminum, which is infinitely recyclable. All right. Is there going to be a limited flavor? Yes, we'll be releasing an incredibly delicious flavor for NFT holders. That's like one big thing you get if you really want to support this brand. You get to have that if you buy the NFT. So sustainability matters to us. We hate that the sports drink category uses plastic. Only 8% of plastic is recycled. The rest exists for more than 450 years, and the plastic that's recycled can only be used one time before it breaks down too much to be safe. Aluminum, on the other hand, is infinitely recyclable. I love that, actually. I really do like that. And I'm like 90% sure that Christian Guzman kind of went with it for that reason too. Probably wasn't solely because that was probably maybe monetary reasons. I don't know how much aluminum costs versus plastic, but our overall goal is to create something better, move into an antiquated category forward. Both are for our health and for our planet. Something that first and foremost tastes absolutely delicious, but secondly is healthier and better designed for what we actually need. Yeah, I hope this shit tastes good. I remember when I tried Prime Hydration from Logan Paul, I had all the doubt in the world, and that shit was delicious. So taste is going to be very, very important. You've got to have a good product. Our goal for NFTs from the beginning, it was important for us to build a second to none community to help us develop this thing. One thing that I noticed about the sports drink category is it seems detached from the types of things we do. There's no one in the sports community that needs a level of sugar. Plus, we don't want to create this in a vacuum. Creating a social community from the very beginning helps us do that. Plus, they want to create a community. That's essentially it. Who are the founders? Partnership trio of Russell Wilson, AJ Vaynerchuk, and HNS Labs all bring together different areas of expertise. And co-founder Russell Wilson involvements. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and author. He's been named to 9 Pro Bowls and was honored to the prestigious Waller Payton May of the Year Award in 2021, recognizing his longstanding commitment to giving back. Russell, together with his wife Ciara, are the founders of the Why Not Youth Foundation, which is dedicated to creating real and lasting change by motivating and empowering today's youth. Love that. Throughout his career, he found that high sugar and artificial sports drinks allowed him achieving his best. I agree with that, actually. We don't need that kind of sugar, fam. We just don't need it. Co-founder AJ, you guys already know he's brothers with Gary Vee, but for people who don't know, he does have his own whole thing. Like, he is a businessman in his own right. It's not just he's Gary Vee's brother. I promise you. He's also co-CEO of Vayner Sports, where he oversees the company's operations and sets the organization's vision and direction. Prior to leading Vayner Sports, AJ co-founded Vayner Media in 2009 at age 22 with his brother Gary. AJ served as COO of the social media first digital agency and helped grow the company to $100 million in annual revenue, expanding the agency footprint globally and build a team of more than 1,000 employees. Very impressive. AJ is a partner of Vayner Fund, a venture capitalist fund focused on investing in Web3 technology and NFTs. He's currently an active NFT investor, personally holding VeeFriends, Punks, and Boardy Yacht Club, and more. Being involved in the sports world, he wanted to obviously dive into this. And finally, we have HNS Labs. It's a subsidiary of New York City design agency Harper & Scott. It's been named premier design and manufacturing agency for companies such as Tim Hortons, In-N-Out, Carnival Cruise Line, Popeyes, and Sephora. Seeing a need to develop mindful, better for you brands utilizing responsible supply chains, HNS Labs launched to respond to this need. Harper & Scott is proud to be in the 0.01% of all companies in the U.S. certified as a B Corp, meaning everything created will be developed with transparency, environmental impact, sustainability in mind. That's lit. Love that. The first better for you brand that wants to tackle the sports drink category. I think that's really cool, honestly. And when you combine a lot of people with a lot of experience, typically good things happen. But I don't want to say anything because maybe they're capable and they've got a lot of good things as far as fundamentals. This year of 18,000, where'd it go? This year of a supply of 18,000 is just, it's a bit tone deaf to the NFT space currently. I don't think it's tone deaf to what they're trying to do as a brand, and I think they're very confident in their brand, separate from the NFT industry as a whole. But doing a 0.14, it's already against all the NFT meta. Nobody wants NFT mints over 0.1. I promise you that. 18,000, Andrew 88. So the two things I want to call out here. One, I know AJ, Russell, and HNS Labs, very qualified, are going to do great, I assume. But I'm going to call them out and say you're not actually that involved in the NFT space. Because if you were, you would know that this is not the move at all. Not even remotely close to the move. So that's the only thing I'm going to say. This is the biggest red flag for me. A project 18,000. I mean, look, you're not Gary Vee. Gary Vee has that audience to be able to sell out VFriends Series 2. No one gives a fuck. They see Gary Vee and they attach value to it. And when you're AJ, it's like you're not Gary. And I don't know if he's trying to write off Gary's wave or if he's trying to do his own thing separately. But doing a thing of 18,000 is just crazy in this environment. So I have no idea what's going to happen honestly with this project. Again, I don't have any buy into this project. I'm not in this project. I just thought it'd be really interesting to cover it. I think there's a lot of amazing things in this project. They've got a real product, they've got a real business plan, and they've got real people invested in this project. I'm sure Gary's in this project. And again, if Gary Vee even sends one tweet, this is going to do a 5x immediately. I promise you it will. But if he doesn't, if he wants AJ to do this shit on his own, he doesn't do any kind of public endorsement, who knows what will happen? You know, we have no idea. If Gary Vee sends a tweet out, probably sell out and it'll probably go to half an ETH. If not, who knows what will happen? So I just don't want to, I don't want anyone to think this is financial advice because it's not. But this is just a really important topic I want to talk about because I think a lot of people are just wondering. They don't know. There's a lot of NFT projects that had a lot of hype, a lot of followers, and they didn't do as well on the secondary market, and people were upset about that. And that's because the entire NFT market is full of flippers right now. If people were invested in the companies and the businesses, very different story because they don't care what the floor price is because they invest into the brand. They're looking to see what the brand does, not really what the floor price does for them. They're more worried about themselves. Right. So if you enjoyed this video, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you learned something. Subscribe to the channel. Click that like button for me, especially if you're live with me right now. I would love for you to click that like button. It helps me out tremendously. We'll push this out so much to other people. I think this is really, it's like an important video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure my Discord down below in the description is where all the alpha is dropped, fam. What else? Oh yeah, if you want to get your 5 free stocks, use my Webull link down below. It's a crypto and stocks trading platform made easy that I use myself. It's great. We love it. You get 5 free stocks, and you can trade crypto on it. It helps me out directly. It's a direct way to support me. I appreciate you always doing that. And until next time, continue on your. Oh wait, code word is going to be, AJ. All caps, AJ in the chat. AJ. Code word for me at the end. AJ. Until next time, continue on your joy age. Continue to learn and be grateful you're alive watching this video.